There are players who arrive in the NBA and simply adapt to the league, and then there are players whose presence forces the league to adjust to them. Tyrese Haliburton belongs to that second category, the kind of generational catalyst who bends the rhythm of the game, who slows chaos with intelligence, who speeds up opportunity with instinct, and who turns open floors into canvases of imagination. In an era defined by athletic explosion and highlight chasing, Haliburton's greatness feels uniquely cerebral, beautifully composed, and deeply intentional. He doesn't just play basketball, he orchestrates it, guiding every movement with an unshakable sense of control that never needs to shout to be understood. Born on February 29, 2000, in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, a leap-year child with a path that never seemed traditional, Tyrese showed early on that basketball was more than a sport to him. It was a language. Growing up in a state known for cold winters and passionate sports culture, he found warmth in the gym lights, in the squeak of sneakers, in the quiet hours when others had gone home, and he was still there experimenting, testing, refining his craft. From the time he first picked up a ball, his mind separated him from the crowd. He saw the game in layers, in possibilities, in angles nobody else noticed. Scouts didn't label him a phenom early, but those who watched closely saw something special, the beginnings of a unique basketball intellect blossoming long before the world caught on. At Iowa State, Haliburton grew from an intriguing role player into a commanding force, but he did it with a level of unselfishness that rarely garners headlines. He wasn't hunting shots, he was hunting solutions. His ability to diagnose defenses on the fly, to fire off-balance passes with pinpoint accuracy, to create pace without losing control, these were gifts that couldn't be taught. His sophomore season put him firmly on the NBA radar, but even then, he carried none of the entitlement that can accompany rising stardom. Instead, he brought humility, effort, and an almost scholarly approach to the game. You could see his basketball brain working in real time, analyzing, adjusting, elevating everyone around him. When the Sacramento Kings selected him in the 2020 NBA draft, the basketball world raised eyebrows but quickly realized that his fit was seamless. From the moment he stepped on the floor, he brought structure to chaos. His patience under pressure turned him into the calmest rookie in the league, his mechanics unconventional but effective, his confidence radiating not from ego but from preparation. He didn't force the game. He allowed it to unfold around him, shaping it with soft hands and sharp instincts. Sacramento fans fell in love instantly, not because Tyrese played flashy basketball, but because he played intelligent basketball. He became the team's heartbeat, the connective tissue linking scorers, defenders, and momentum. Then came the trade, the moment that reshaped his career and his identity. When Haliburton was sent to the Indiana Pacers, it shocked nearly everyone, including himself. But adversity often reveals a player's character, and Haliburton responded not with frustration, but with opportunity. What some saw as a setback became a turning point. In Indiana, he wasn't just a contributor, he was the franchise. From day one, he embraced leadership, embraced responsibility, embraced the pressure of being the one who sets the tempo, dictates the culture, and lifts everyone around him. Under the bright lights of Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Tyrese Haliburton transformed from a promising talent to one of the NBA's most electrifying guards. With Indiana, his game blossomed into artistry. His passing became a spectacle, not flashy for the sake of spectacle, but instinctive, precise, unbelievably accurate. He began orchestrating fast breaks like a maestro conducting a symphony, threading passes through impossibly tight windows, reading defenders before they even reacted. His timing was flawless. His touch weighted exactly right whether he was lofting a lob or whipping a bounce pass through traffic. His craft extended beyond passing. He developed a deceptive scoring rhythm, a three-point stroke that begins low but lands perfectly, a smooth mid-range floater, a step back that freezes defenders, and the awareness to attack only when the moment truly demanded it. But what makes Tyrese Haliburton truly exceptional isn't just his skill, it's the joy with which he plays. He smiles through runs, celebrates teammates more than himself, energizes the arena with his presence. He carries none of the brooding intensity that dominates the modern game. Instead, he plays with a purity that reminds fans why they fell in love with basketball in the first place. There's something refreshing about the way he competes, fiercely but joyfully, intensely but gracefully, confidently but humbly. The Pacers embraced his leadership not because he forced it, but because he earned it. Teammates trust him. Coaches trust him. Fans trust him. He makes the game easier for everyone, and in turn, his team reflects his energy, fast, fluid, unpredictable, cohesive. Under his guidance, Indiana has become one of the most entertaining, high-powered offenses in basketball. His vision created a culture of team play, ball movement, and collective belief. Every night, he makes players better simply by being on the floor. Tyrese's evolution also speaks to his work ethic. He approaches improvement like a craftsman, quietly, deliberately, obsessively. He spends hours refining his decision-making, sharpening his shot mechanics, studying defenses, and conditioning his body to withstand the grind of an 82-game season. He never settles. Even in games where he racks up 30 points and 15 assists, he walks into the locker room thinking about passes he could have executed better, possessions he could have controlled differently. That self-awareness, that hunger for refinement, separates him from the rest. Off the court, Haliburton's personality is equally magnetic. Charismatic, witty, thoughtful, and grounded, he has a presence that makes him approachable and admired. He represents a new generation of NBA stars, one defined not by ego but by authenticity. He takes pride in community work, embraces the responsibility of being a franchise player, and never forgets the people who shaped him. His leadership extends beyond basketball. It extends into culture, into community, into representation of what it means to be a professional athlete who cares as much about people as he does about performance. As his career continues to unfold, the trajectory feels limitless. He's already become an all-star, already earned respect from veterans and analysts across the league, already ascended to the ranks of elite playmakers. But his potential reaches even further. With every season, he becomes more commanding, more confident, more dominant. You sense that he's just getting started, that his ceiling sits somewhere far beyond the horizon, waiting for him to climb higher with each step he takes. What makes Tyrese Haliburton's story remarkable is that it is both modern and timeless. Modern in the way he influences pace, spacing, and creativity, yet timeless in his values. Teamwork, intelligence, humility, joy. He is the rare player who can reshape a franchise without overshadowing it, who can lead without forcing, who can shine without dimming anyone else. His greatness is not loud. It is layered, thoughtful, and deeply rooted in the fabric of the game. As the years roll on and Tyrese continues building his legacy, one thing becomes undeniably clear. He is not simply a rising star. He is the architect of a new era in Indiana and a visionary presence in the NBA. He brings hope, energy, and brilliance to every court he steps on. And whether he's delivering a no-look pass, drilling a deep three, or uplifting his teammates with his passion, he reminds us all that basketball, at its purest, is a beautiful harmony of mind and motion. Tyrese Haliburton's story is still unfolding, and the league is watching, not just because he's a great player, but because he is changing the way the game is played. And as the next chapters of his journey are written, you can be certain they will be filled with leadership, evolution, and a vision that sees the court and the future clearer than anyone else.